Hey, what's up? JJ here with Electro Harmonix, and what's cooking, you ask? It's this thing, the Soul Food. It's a delicious, transparent overdrive like only Mike Matthews from New York City can make. It's a transparent overdrive, so that means that it's got a very flat EQ response. It's designed to sound very neutral, leave your guitar's original tone and the amplifier's original tone intact, but only, make it bigger, larger than life. It doesn't sound compressed at all. It sounds very natural, very organic. So without further ado, let's go and have a listen. For the intro song and this next example, I was using the amp setup very clean. Here's that clean sound. Okay. For this next example, I will also employ my Electro Harmonix Cathedral Stereo Reverb and use its infinite switch to create a nice cloudy background chord. And I've set up the Soul Food with the maximum drive setting. Volume is at 10 and treble is at 9, and I'm just going to run through different pickups, play finger style, play hard, play soft, use the whammy bar so you can hear how it responds to different picking techniques and guitar's volume settings. Check it out. A while back I did a series of 3 videos on 3 new Electro Harmonix overdrive pedals, the Hot Tubes, the East Overdrive and the OD Glove, and now they seem to come out with so many overdrive and distortion boxes, I can imagine that some players do not know where to start, so here's a brief overview. Now, the Hot Tubes is a faithful recreation of a pedal that Electro Harmonix used to make in the 70s, but the used prices were soaring, so Mike Matthews said, we got to reissue this thing, make it smaller, and make it affordable. And so that's an EHX original. Then the East Overdrive is EHX's take on the JRC 4558 chip-driven overdrive pedal, which has a lot more mid-range, not so much bass. It works great with a Stratocaster or, any guitar running into an overdriven amp. Great for a classic overdrive tone. The OD Glove is more of a distortion box, everything up full, but it's a very focused sounding pedal. The Lumberjack is a very strange overdrive pedal. It's a logarithmic overdriver, and what that means is it's going to sound like your distorted signal is lying on top of the clean signal, kind of like oil on water, and it's very pick sensitive. Sounds great into an overdriven amp too. That sounds killer. You should really check out the Lumberjack too. Then the Nano Big Muff is just a shrunk down version of the New York City Big Muff, a fuzz pedal, and the Satisfaction, that is Electro Harmonix's take on the classic fuzz tone from the 1960s. So very bright, very raspy fuzz tone. Now, where does the Soul Food come in? The Soul Food really stands out because of its transparency and because of its volume. It's got so much volume on tap. I think it has the biggest headroom of all of those pedals. You can really use it to drive your amplifier, and it's got a very flat EQ response, so it's going to sound very neutral. So before I was playing this amp set up very clean. Right now I've got it set up right on the verge of breakup. So when I play soft, it's still kind of clean, but when I dig in, it almost starts to distort a little bit, to overdrive a little bit. And now, just to demonstrate how transparent the Soul Food really is, I've left the drive knob alone, turned that all the way down. Treble is at 12 o'clock and volume is at 10, which is where unity gain is in this pedal. I'm just going to turn the Soul Food on and off, see if you can hear the difference. That's on. So as you can hear, it doesn't color your tone at all, not to my ears at least. So it doesn't compress, doesn't really color the tone, it just adds, if you will. Now I'm just going to turn up the volume to 1 o'clock and see how much it pushes the front end of the amp. Let's go to 3 o'clock, turn the treble back a little. And mind you, the drive control is all turned all the way off, so all overdrive you're hearing is just the Soul Food pushing the front end of this Fender amplifier. Okay, let's turn it up full. Let's turn up the drive control to about 10 o'clock and turn the volume control up to 12 o'clock and put treble at noon. So as you can hear, it works great on its own too, even on higher gain settings. Of course, this video would not be complete without a humbucker equipped guitar, so I've grabbed my Les Paul, put drive at 3 o'clock, volume is at 10, and treble is at noon, and here's just the amp sound. And here's with the Soul Food. So there you have it, a taste of the Electro Harmonix Soul Food, and a great overdrive pedal it is indeed. A lot of guitar players that I talk to, everybody seems to want to have one. It's such a hot pedal, For more cool pedals, go to ehx.com. Signing off, JJ out.